Hi everyone, this is Deb Tim, a Canadian girl. Today I want to share with you my 75-gallon mixed African cichlid community, so please stay tuned. It's been a little while since I last shared the goings-on of this active mixed African cichlid community, 75 gallons of therapy. This community is never dull, always full of action and a story unfolding, if you watch closely. Ghost continues to be my tank boss and does an excellent job. He often makes an appearance making sure he's on camera. He is that handsome, large, pure white pearl zebra. A couple weeks ago, in my last update on this tank, I mentioned there was a dragon blood with a torn lip. I had been keeping an eye on him. I wasn't sure who he was fighting with, but he seemed to be trying to throw his weight around. Being one of the bigger inhabitants, it can cause problems when one steps out of line. After another injury, frayed fins, and scale damage, I decided it was time to remove him. Unfortunately, I was too late as he succumbed to his injuries by the end of the next day. I was a little angry with Ghost as I knew it was him. He's the only one that takes it that far if necessary. I know he's doing what's best for his position and the community as a whole. Now, I know it does sound funny hearing me talk about fish like this, but honestly, African cichlids are not just average fish. They live in a hierarchy that is strict with rules, which helps to keep the members of the community safe. The second in command is Spectre. He is a magnificent mason reef. Ghost is giving Spectre more and more room and responsibility, although he still gets a little over-aggressive, but Ghost will quickly put him back in his place. Watching Ghost and learning from him, I think Spectre has the potential of being a very good tank boss. By the way, the name Spectre is just another name for Ghost. He has expanded his territory to encompass most of the tank now. There is a second mason reef that is starting to show colors and is doing some chasing of his own. For the most part, the cichlids all get along well. Now there is a red-top hongi hanging around the back corner with Spectre. They have been butting heads a lot lately. Red-top hongis are on the more aggressive side of the Mbuna. I've rehomed a couple of them due to their aggression. When I look at this community, there are far more males than females. I would say only about 2% of this community are female. You can see the super red zebra being a little aggressive. He is the father of the brood I have in my little fish room. That handsome male is one of Brute's boys. I'm not sure if you remember, but I rehomed Brute about a year ago and then ended up getting him back. Well, I thought he would be okay in this community. Well, Ghost killed him in under 3 hours. This aquarium has been a little more lively in the last week. I can see some of the youngsters making bold attempts to move themselves up the pecking order because they have gained size on the adults. It's interesting to watch. Some give in easier than others. Each fish is uniquely different in personality. Again, only fish keepers, and maybe only African cichlid keepers, would understand that as a fact. This aquarium is leveling out in size of the fish. The smaller ones seem to have caught up and are now looking like adults. So this is very unusual for my aquarium. I like to cull my larger cichlids every few months and bring in some youngsters again. I do this for a few reasons. The older cichlids tend to get grumpy and fight more and breed less. The youngsters are so much fun to watch and find their place in the scheme of things, learning about hierarchy. They are very interested in breeding, and the collection of different sizes within the community gives the group a more natural feel. I continue to enjoy this tank. As many of you know, these guys are my very favorite cichlids of all. How can you not fall in love with the vibrant colors, constant activities, the intelligence they display, all that within a hierarchy that governs the community that we can watch them learn to live within? I really believe you will never be the same or feel the same about fish keeping after you've started your first African cichlid aquarium. So until next time, this is Deb Tim signing out. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.